Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of season 6 here at Sunderland. We are ending the calendar year today and heading into the January transfer window. A window in which we again, unfortunately thanks to a trip away, are going to have to do things a little differently. In a previous season, I went through the January transfer window, of course, didn't act in that window, took your suggestions from it. I was able to act in the winter transfer window. On this occasion, I'm going to be playing through the January transfer window and recording ahead because I'm going to Gamescom and I'm away from Saturday to Friday. So I'm away for a considerable amount of time. I need to make sure I get content up. So I'm going to record as I normally would, but not take, well, I'm not going to be able to take suggestions for this upcoming January transfer window. We do, however, have £44 million to spend. So leave me your suggestions in this episode and moving forward for potential signings, either that I can make in the very latter stages of this season to bring someone in next year to spend the money I have so it's not wasted. And I'm going to need your suggestions moving forward so when I get to the summer transfer window of the next season, I'm able to act upon what I've already got, because I won't have the luxury of being able to pause, wait for the episode to go live before I then continue to record further on. So basically, from today's video onwards, you're giving me transfer suggestions for next season, for the upcoming summer transfer window. I'm not going to be able to act upon any suggestions for the January transfer window for this season. However, because we still have some money left and just the way that the days and my recording schedule is going to pan out, I might just be able to get a signing done before the end of this season so that we can then have that player come in at the beginning of the new year, thanks to your suggestions from now onwards, basically. So you can see the team. We've about 40 odd million to spend. Obviously, at this present moment in time, I'm looking to get strength in depth as well as improve on what we've already got. So really the only players in the first team I'm looking to perhaps replace are Jack Clark, Max Lowe, Juan Foyth and James Justin. Maybe Nick Pope. I'm not sure at this stage. Maybe Nick Pope as well. And then obviously they will drop to the reserve side and new signings will come in their place. New, better, higher rated, more effective signings will come in their place. Whether that happens, well, I'll only be able to make probably one signing because that 40 million is going to have to go on one player, really, isn't it, to adequately improve. So that's going to happen between now and the end of the season. And then obviously next year we'll get however much amount of money we get. We've got 125 million I think this year, and then added to it with sales. So I'm hoping for something similar so that then I can improve the rest of the squad and yet further take things forward. I'm also starting Chalov now ahead of George Harrison, who's just not been performing this season. I'll have a quick show of the goal scoring antics. Moise Kean has 10 goals in 23 games, although 3 of them came in pre-season. So in the Prem, he's 7 goals, 2 assists in 17 games. That's my most goal contributions. George Harrison scored 5 of his goals in pre-season, so he's actually only 4 and 2 assists in 14 games. Chalov, almost all of those Premier League appearances are substitute appearances, so we can't really take his goal to game ratio into account there. We can in the Europa League, and he's got 6 in 6. So he's going to be the one that goes in. Obviously, so far, the star performer this year is Alexis McAllister. 8 goals and 7 assists in 17 games. Rafinha's come in and done really well. Jack Clark is still providing, but not to the extent that he was previously. Drew Ewart has obviously seen his first team football cut this season with the introduction of Yuri Tielemans. So hopefully Chalov can be the answer to our prayers, and then moving forward we can improve basically Jack Clark at left mid and then the entire defence and goalkeeper. Declan Rice has been really solid at centre-back though, so I'm quite happy to leave him there, but Juan Foyth we can improve on. Similarly, Lowe and Justin. I think we've gotten to the point now where if we want to make that jump from challenging for Europa League to actually getting into the top 4 and staying there, because we've gotten in there, we've just fallen back out. But we want to get up there, challenge for the title and stay there all season long, we're just going to need stronger stronger first team 11 and then a better reserve side as well if we want to compete in Europe at the same time as trying to compete domestically as well. Our next round of the Europa League has been drawn, and it's against Udinese in the round of 32. So that's certainly a winnable fixture, or winnable tie. But we're waiting to see if we can get through in the FA Cup today. So we'll play Brighton, we're going to play City, and then we'll sim Stoke at home, sim Huddersfield away in the league, to then play in the FA Cup, and hopefully get ourselves through in that competition. Because if we aren't at this rate going to qualify for Europe next season via a league finish, I'm going to need to win the FA Cup to ensure Europa League football, or I'm going to need to win the Europa League to try and get Champions League football. So it's a big second half of the season upcoming. I'm going to need your help with regards to the transfer window for next season, and of course between now and the end of the season, trying to get one signing in if possible to improve for next year. But I'm not going to be able to improve the team between now and the end of this season. We have what we have, and we shall try and achieve what we can with this team. We know we can put some good form together. I just haven't done it in the past couple of months. We've lost a number of games and plummeted from top to 7th. We're now 6 points away from Chelsea at the top, but I do have faith that it's recoverable. I'm just going to need to try and turn it around. And we shall start then with this game against Brighton. Hopefully one step closer to getting back to the top 4. Matthew Ryan in goal for Brighton. 4 at the back. Tahero, Bonifazi, Semedo and Ander Kappa at left back. Diawara, Bissouma and Brown in the midfield, with a front 3 of Jahanbakhsh, Gyökeres and Larsson. A team that have caused us issues in seasons gone by, seasons before, and in seasons previous they've actually performed very well in the league. This year they're not. They're underperforming, Brighton. Well, perhaps they're performing more to expectation this season. And in the previous couple of years, they've been challenging for European spots, which is definitely overachieving, you'd say, rather than them underachieving at this stage. But Bissouma could start them off in a good way here, but thankfully we've got the tackling on Brun Larsen, and we'll work the ball about nicely and come away on the counter. It's not whether I'd like results now. We need results. We need results quickly to try and turn our season back around again. I have faith, but it's going to be quite the challenge. Tahero into the middle, flicked away by Declan Rice. There's a Ken back there to Shalov. McAllister through the gap to Rafinha. Where's a Ken? Oh, it's a great ball. Fedor Chalov in behind. Accelerating away. Chalov gives us a 1-0 lead. Into the starting lineup with an instant impact. No one's surprised here, says Martin Tyler. Literally, the man that scored 6 in 6 in the Europa League gets his first genuine proper chance of a run of games in the Premier League and might well be taking it with both hands. He's only his second goal of the Premier League season so far, but I have a funny feeling that tally might rise. Now, we went 1-0 up early doors in a game yesterday against Stoke and still ended up losing that, so I am not counting my chickens yet, but it's definitely a good start. Ball into Ken. For Jack Clark. Oh, and he's brought it down well. I'll turn. I'll look for a teammate. Moise Ken! Great stop by the keeper. Superb stop by Matthew Ryan there. If we take a second goal there, then you'd say that Brighton really do have a mountain to climb. But whilst it's still just the one, they're very much in the tie. Unfortunately, the keeper's made a really good stop there, and it's denied us the opportunity of extending that lead. Gyökeres back to Diawara. That's a lovely sharp turn. Here's Brown. Back to Ander Kappa. Brown to Kappa again. Brun Larsen. They're building dangerously here, Brighton. Larsen towards the back post where Lowe will win the header. Jack was slow to react there. It's going to drop to Baba Diawara. Back out to Tahero. Towards the back post. The defender switched off. Brun Larsen in. Thankfully, James Justin this time turned back on again. Oh, Moise, what is your touch there, mate? That is absolutely dead. Now we're in trouble again. Do all the defensive work to get the ball away, and then the attacker just misses the ball when trying to play it to his teammate. That was better. Corner for Brighton. 5 minutes before the end of the first half. It's a good delivery. And it's flicked away. Who's going to win that foot race? It's probably not going to be Declan Rice. Not the fastest. Gyökeres with a good turn. Van Foyth with a header away. Alexis does well. It was only a couple of episodes ago that I was really heavily praising Van Foyth for being rock solid at the back. And whilst he is growing well and has put in some good performances, just the entire defensive line have been underperforming. It's Declan Rice that steps in on this occasion to get rid of the ball. And still Brighton have the chance to score from a corner at the end of the first half. Foyth up again to flick that away. He is good, Van Foyth. And I don't really have that much of a problem with my defenders. Really, I don't. As in, I'm not seeing like massive individual errors. We just are conceding a lot of goals. So you would imagine that somewhere in the defence there's a weak link. But where that weak link is, I'm not sure. For now, though, we shall take our 1-0 lead in at half-time here against Brighton and hope to build on it in the second half. Good header by Tielemans. Solid header. As it came to Chalov. Oh, the footwork from Fedor Chalov there was outrageous. And the finish isn't there. I think he's only got a 3-star weak foot. So I wanted to turn that onto his right. No, it's a 4-star weak foot. Perhaps I should have taken that on his left and just trusted in it. Next time I will. I shall try and score goals on both feet for Fedor Chalov. We could do that with George Harrison as well because he has a 5-star weak foot. He just didn't score goals regardless of what foot was kicking the ball. Van Foyth, it's going to be picked off by Ander Kappa. Half an hour to play here. Brighton yet to have their first opportunity of the second half, but it might be in the process of being created here through Jahanbachs. Cutting inside now, Jack Clark's put an end to that. Thank you very much. And now we might actually end up with another chance of our own. Oh, if I'd have played that through the air, it certainly would have reached him. Thiago Aspas has come off the bench here for Brighton. Nice tackle. Rafinha forward. Alexis in there to Moise Kean. And back to Yuri Tielemans. We have to make some changes in this second half soon because players are getting tired. Moise Kean back looking for Chalov. I'm just going to try and keep possession. I don't want to needlessly give it away in this situation because we have a good opportunity here to score a second goal. Shot blocked. Rafinha takes that in his stride beautifully and will stand it up into the middle. But the keeper will palm it away. It won't drop for anyone else in a red and white shirt. Let's make changes. Let's take Yuri Tielemans off for Drew Yearwood. I'm going to bring Lyndon Gooch on for Jack Clark. And I'm going to give George Harrison a chance all the way up top at striker rather than sat in there at centre forward. We'll see. We'll see if he can have an impact with 20 minutes to go. Enthusiasm from the bench. That was rather fortunate, but we'll take it. Alexis, back there to Drew. Looking for Alexis again through the gap, and he's found him well. Alexis McAllister. Poor finish. And here's to Brun Larsen, across to Kappa. Brighton have had 0 shots, apparently, in this game so far. So you know that means when they have their first, it's going to go in, was going to be the next sentence out of my mouth. Thankfully, they've had their first and it hasn't gone in. Gooch knocks that down well to Drew Yearwood. It was meant to go to George Harrison. It will eventually find him. And Gooch is around the corner. That take a knock off the Brighton man. I think it might have done. It's my throw. Indeed it is. Max Lowe will get it back there to Lyndon Gooch. We'll drill that to Alexis McAllister. This is building well. George Harrison into Chalov. Again, utilising those good dribbling feet, but unfortunately too quick for his own good there. And ran straight into a defender. Lyndon Gooch intercepts that nicely. 8 minutes to go. We're still looking good for that 1-0 lead and the 3 points. George Harrison. Can't turn past the defender. George Harrison. Powering header. Only just found a teammate. But because everybody stood there and watched the ball, the seconds have ticked down. And the final whistle goes with us still in front. That was the sort of performance we were putting in at the beginning of the year. A 1-0 scoreline. Winning and keeping a clean sheet. We outlined the plan for the future of this team at the beginning of the episode with regards newcomers to the squad. Also gave Chalov the start ahead of Harrison. That's proven to be worthwhile even after one game. We're now back within a point of the Europa League positions and back within 3 of the Champions League spots. However, still 6 off the top. Up next for us is Manchester City. Oh joy. Ederson in goal for City, as you would expect. Atal, Jonathan Tah, Longley and Bernat at the back. Longley's 90 rated, as is Ederson. Foden, Valverde and De Bruyne. And then 89 rated Pepe, 90 rated Jesus and 92 rated Leroy Sané as the front three. How this team is sat mid-table is completely beyond me. Incredible starting 11. Jesus. Driving into the space. He's got the turn in two. Finds Valverde, 1-2. Pepe with a 1-2. Jesus. He's going to drop free for Leroy Sané here. You never know which way he's going to go. Oh, James Justin destroys him. Where's Ken? Get that pass off to Chalov. He's done well. Longley's with me. Now, Longley's very talented right now with the way he's grown in this save. Where's Ken? We'll find Alexis McAllister, who finds only Ederson in the way. Into the middle again. Chalov could be up. Longley heads clear. And Jesus recovers. 0-0 after half an hour. We've had a chance apiece now. But, thankfully, Nicola Pepe can't get on the end of his own touch. Otherwise, could have been in real trouble there. Max Lowe will just get this inside. We'll just breathe a sigh of relief for the time being. Although Rafinha could be in behind. And the game continues. Really end-to-end now. Standing into the middle. Jack Clark at the back post. Atal in the way. Can we bring this down maybe? No, Bernat flicks it out of play for a throw. 10 minutes to go till half-time. Rafinha floats the ball in. Oh, Jack Clark was the right side of the man this time, but still couldn't get to the header. Jonathan Tah will get the ball down, and City will build again. Space. Nice little reverse pass to James Justin. Can we find a teammate? Or maybe. Jack Clark's up with a header. He got to this one, but he just couldn't direct it anywhere. 2 minutes to go till half-time. Still scoreless. Chalov to Rafinha again. I just don't know about Rafinha's right foot. I've never had the opportunity to have the luxury of being able to test it out, and if I miss, it doesn't matter. So I'm always constantly, at the moment, thinking about cutting inside on Rafinha's left to either pass it or shoot. It's cost me an opportunity there, probably. Still, though, solid first half. We are yet to concede in today's episode so far. Keeping Manchester City to a scoreless draw at present. We kept Brighton out for the full 90. Jack Clark doing wonderfully well there to get the ball away. And Chalov could be in if the ball is right. The ball was okay. Oh, and McAllister's there. That's how you take the lead against Manchester City. Oh, yes! I love that. Moise Ken's pass was pretty bad, but because the whole defence had to shift, McAllister was able to break through from deep and find himself in space. Defenders drawn out of position. Lovely cross by Chalov, and McAllister with a superb finish as well. We lead at home against City. Around the corner. Oh, can't quite take it in his stride there, Chalov. Now we're on the back foot. Really on the back foot. And look at the space for Leroy Sané at the far side of the field. It's the obvious option. There he is. That's the goal. We saw it coming as soon as the ball was played to Nicola Pepe. The defender on the far side just could not cope with the pace of Leroy Sané. He's so quick. And he's tried his hardest there, James Justin. It's a brilliant finish on the end of it as well. Back at 1-1. Nicola Pepe driving down the right. He's really low on stamina though. So hopefully that's going to nullify. Oh no! Oh no! Kevin De Bruyne! Oh my lord. That's the first time I think that's ever worked for the AI against me. Nicola Pepe just plays it into him and it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting from Kevin De Bruyne. Speechless. Corner for City. Leroy Sané to take. 10 minutes to go. De Bruyne's off. Thank the Lord. Won't be embarrassing me with goals like that anymore in this game. That's arguably goal of the decade, let alone goal of the season from Kevin De Bruyne there. That was the sort of goal that he's played for generations. A la Johan Cruyff, a la Dennis Bergkamp. And he flicked it round the defender in a similar fashion. I still can't quite believe that he had the audacity to try it, let alone actually pull it off, to take his team in front in a game like this after being 1-0 down to pop up with that to give your side the lead. It's just remarkable. Pepe with the delivery, Tielemans with the header, Moise Kean brings it down. We can't control it properly, and as such we can't get rid of it properly, but Gabriel Jesus whips it wide. Let me know in the comment section down below, is that one of the best goals you've seen in a career mode? I know people score incredible goals online, but as a goal from the AI in what's more of a general depiction of real-life football than Ultimate Team is, that's a pretty incredible goal from Kevin De Bruyne to score to give what will be a 2-1 win for Manchester City, and has so turned out to be. I want to see it again. I don't mind losing to a goal like that, genuinely. We'll slow it down. Pepe shifts feet. De Bruyne is going to flick this with the outside of his left foot to beat the defender. Spin and volley it first time. It looked better in real time, to be fair. In real time, this just looks delicious. Oh, it just looks so good. Oh, it's a defeat. One that we maybe deserved. I think we could have warranted, sorry, getting a point from that game. Could have justified getting a point from that game. It's Stoke next, which... Oh, go away, Timo Graf. I'm just going to release it when we get to January. I can't. He won't accept a contract offer anywhere, and I don't want him. Going to sim Stoke at home, then going to sim Huddersfield midweek, and then after that, we shall play the game against Huddersfield in the Cup. Stoke on a 3-game losing streak at the very least. Wolves go 1-0 up against Huddersfield. Oh, they've equalised immediately. McAllister with his 10th goal, I believe, of the Premier League season gives us a 1-0 lead after 17 minutes. And Yuri Tielemans adds to that just before half-time. Not scored many goals for me, Yuri Tielemans. McAllister grabs a second. Well, to be fair, Tielemans is in there more as the defensive powerhouse than he is. What's a hat-trick for McAllister now? 4-0 victory here against Stoke. Well, McAllister certainly hit that one in style, didn't he? That was ridiculous. That puts us up to 6th. And now we've Huddersfield coming up next. I'm going to have to rotate here for this game. I'm going to take Chalov out of that starting lineup. Put George Harrison in. Put Chalov on the bench though. And then let's put a winger on the bench there. Let's put Rafinha in just in case he's needed. Right, Huddersfield in the cup. In the league, sorry. Prior to Huddersfield in the cup. Gooch is happy. Neumann wants to play. Sorry, mate. For the time being, you're not going to get the opportunity to. Right. See what we can do here. They just lost to Wolves. They drew with Arsenal, though, and they've beaten Stoke. So they're not in the worst form here, Huddersfield. Unluchivci is their goalkeeper. Watson has given them a 1-0 lead. That's the Watson that we let go. Sold earlier on in the save, about 3 or 4 seasons ago now. Scored against us last time we played Huddersfield as well, as far as I can recall, and he's done it again here. Will we be able to get 3 points though? Drew Ewart equalised, and it's a point only against Huddersfield away from home. But hopefully now we can go into the cup game and get 3 points. We shall wait and see. I'll head there now. Similar starting lineup for Huddersfield. Ravel Morrison and Jonathan Watson in there as well, as of course 2 former Sunderland players. We'll see if we can get ourselves through to the next round of the Cup though. I would like to think we can, but I can't predict anything, can I, with the way this season's going so far, so I'm not even going to bother. So Ravel Morrison again, he's Bakuna. In there to Diakabi, deflected, and Pope deals with it, thankfully. Corner for Huddersfield, Aaron Moy to deliver it. It was a good move from them that led to that goal. Flicked away by Diakabi. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Chalov to Moise Kean. Jack Clark on the outside of me. Just able to squeeze it to him. Chalov held his run, but Moise Kean kept going, and he'll get to that first. Oh, how can you race 3 yards clear of the defender and then in the process of taking your first touch, lose possession? Jesus Christ, Moise Kean. What are you doing to me? Rafinha. In there to Moise Kean. Chalov over the top, looking for Jack Clark. Take it down well. He has done there, Jack Clark. Turning side well. He has done, Jack Clark. Finished that well. He has done, Jack Clark. Oh, that's a solo bonanza. Sunderland 1, Huddersfield 0. Brilliant individual goal from Jack Clark. Takes it down wonderfully well. Drives at the defence. Turns inside and whips it into the far top corner. Get in. Playing it on the floor instead. No, there is the cross. And Foyth heads away. Where's Ken? The amount of times he brings the ball down, gets it under control, and then immediately loses possession before I can do anything with it is infuriating with Moise Kean. He's just such a disappointment as a player of that ability. Really, really open to selling him next season. Because again, for the second season in a row, he just hasn't performed. Jamal Lowe over the top, looking for Jack Clark around the corner. He is one of my top goal scorers, but well, rephrase, he's my top goal scoring striker. But we've obviously been getting loads of goals from Alexis and Jack Clark. Again, Rafinha's been chipping in. He's not exactly got a buttload, Moise Kean, but he's my highest scoring striker, but we were questioning replacing all three. We ended up just replacing one. Nearly able to squeeze that through. We'll pull that back to McAllister. There's Rafinha. Hit that early. Oh, you lucky bastards, Huddersfield. That would have been just as impressive a second goal as the first. McAllister, giving it straight to them. Chalov biting at the heels of the defender, trying to get that back. Oh, all right. He's completely done me there. It's a lovely touch by Diakabi as well to pull that out the air. Oh, I read the turn. I just read it too soon. Lucas with a header. Oh, and it's a great one as well. Nick Pope's furious. The annoying thing is I knew that he was going to turn there, so I read it. And he did it one beat later. It's a good header right into the side netting from Lucas. Just getting there ahead of James Justin. Well, you can see from the replay just how good a header it was. Oh, keeper did get a strong hand to it, but couldn't get it round the post. Lucas Boy makes it 1-1 in the FA Cup. I do not want a replay in that header. Well up, Alexis. Unfortunately, he's not aimed it at anyone. We've Leicester in the Premier League next, as you can see from the on-screen graphic, but we will have, at this rate, a replay against Huddersfield Town to factor into the month of July as well. And then subsequently, if we get through, another game in this competition too. Alexis looking for Chalov. Chalov's in. Oh, good save by the keeper. I'm not going to try and say his name quickly. Oh, it's brilliantly done by Jack Clark. And a good cross to Rafinha. We have scored a second. We weren't able to turn home what was a good move in the first place, but we recycle possession. Jack Clark instrumental again on the left-hand side. As at the beginning of the episode, I questioned whether he should still be in the starting lineup and whether we should look to upgrade him. In this game, he's gotten a goal and then a brilliant assist as well. To be fair, the goal was just as good. Oh, we're 2-1 in front. Bakuna. O'Brien. Watson. Good block. It's going to fall back to Jonathan Watson. You knew that was going in. You just knew that was going in. As soon as it fell free, so lucky, so lucky. Keeper got a hand to that, he got a hand to there first, hasn't kept either out. It's 2-2 now, and we are inching closer to a replay every second.
7 minutes to go.
Alexis, forward there to Yearwood, looking for Chalov. We could instantly respond with a third. Their keeper's made some great stops in this game. McAllister whips underneath this. Yearwood! Oh, Only Chifchi is in there again to make the save. It's not the best of clearances though. His distribution's not been that good, but his shot stopping's been second to none. Oh, poor pass from Rafinha, expected better there. That's why I haven't trusted his right foot in certain situations this season. Space out wide here for Lyndon Gooch. Please find the right player at the right time. Rafinha. Oh, it's going to drop to Yearwood. McAllister. Oh, Shifty again with a save. Stoppage time. Last kick of the game. Oh, Drew rises brilliantly. Heads over. That's going to be game. It's going to be a replay here. We're going to have to take Huddersfield Town back to the Stadium of Light in the month of January, as if it wasn't busy enough already. Get in the way. Oh, unless they score now, which they won't. They've gone backwards. Oh dear. 2-2 draw. It could have been so much more. Stunning goal from Jack Clark. Stunning assist from Jack Clark. 9.5 rating man of the match performance from him. But we still weren't able to pull out the victory. A frustrating way to concede that second as well. But it is what it is. Sometimes it goes for you. Sometimes it goes against you. Recently, the majority of the time it has been going against us. But you have to have faith that eventually karma will come good and things will start to go in our favour, and we'll already start to make moves slightly back up the Premier League. We're up to 6th now and only a point behind Liverpool, 4 behind Burnley, 9 now behind Everton at the top. The title is looking like it's getting away from us. There's still 17 games to go though, so we're only just over halfway. A really positive run of form between now and the end of the season could see us still challenge for the title. I certainly want Champions League football next year at the very least. But that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Like I mentioned at the very beginning, do help me out moving forward with the save and the suggestions. But for now, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.